Let the games begin, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people will ask, what practical application does knowledge of the tarot offer? And I will begin explaining this at the beginning of the tarot with the Fool card. The Fool card represents many things, represents all of us in its own way, hence its central location, but it is the beginning of the journey. And one of my first realizations of the Fool card in play in storytelling was Luke Skywalker staring off at the two suns standing at the edge of a cliff with R2-D2 by his side. And that was a beautiful expression of the Fool card. Oftentimes the Fool has a dog by his side, and the two suns represent the double O of the Fool. Today I want to point out the presence of the complete tarot deck in the Avengers series. I'm going to try to keep this brief. Not an easy thing to try to do. So, the Fool card represents Captain America, the very first in the series of 22 episodes, arguably 23, but we'll say 22 episodes. Begin with Captain America, the very first, the beginning of the chronology of the Avengers series. Its release date, 7/22/11. Got the Twin Towers there. 22 divided by 7 is pi, the Fibonacci sequence. 7/22 of the year 2011. That day fell on the 202nd day of this year. So here we see high Kabbalistic significance in the numerology of the release date. Captain America, the beginning, the first. Captain, let me begin with reading the definition of the Fool card. One definition of many goes thusly. Ruled by Uranus, the powerful and unpredictable Roman sky god, this card portrays a young, carefree traveler embarking on life's journey. The bag on his shoulder holds the tools of life, and the white rose denotes pure intentions. Indicates a willingness to leap into unknown and start anew. And so that leaping into the unknown is indicated by the fact it's very hard to see, but he's on a cliff and he's about to step off the edge of the cliff. Very foolish, no doubt. Now, Captain America is depicted from below oftentimes. This image here shows Captain America at the edge of a cliff, looking down, holding his iconic shield in one hand. Cap indicates a goat. Capricorn is the symbol of the goat. He is captain, he's the first goat. And the first goat, the scapegoat, is sent off into the wilderness to fall off a cliff. This is indicated in the card. He's outside in the great outdoors going off a cliff. Becomes very obvious. Most of these things I don't need to elaborate on, but the layers of significance are quite confirming. Now, Captain America is shown with this proverbial shield. The shield has the two O's. One inner circle, an outer circle in red, And we mentioned earlier that the two O's is 360 degrees. Multiplied by 2, you get 720. 72 is the number of the pentagram. You can even find more confirmation in this if you include the number 0, the symbol 0. You have the FOOL and the 0 here, and that would be 360 times 3, which gives you 1080, and 108 is yet another significant number for the pentagram here. Also, in the center of his shield, we have the pentagram, the 5-pointed star. Here we see Captain America as he is realizing that he's been quite the butt of a joke. He's been in stasis for a long time. He's just now looking around, learning of his own ignorance. We also see over his shoulder, much like the Fool card, we see the coronavirus depicted behind him, the corona bottle on his other shoulder, and much like the white rose of the Fool card, he's holding, or behind him, below him, is a white mask from Phantom of the Opera, another O. The bag over his shoulder are all the tools that the Fool will need. Here we see Captain America depicted with a bag over his shoulder in one of my personal favorite scenes. He's carrying his bag after he's completed his training at the gym, ready to begin his adventure. Not sure if that's turning up. I'm going to bring it in a little closer. So here's Captain America with his bag, acting a damn fool. Also, Captain America is shown with his shield over his shoulder, indicating all the tools he's going to need, carelessly strapped behind him. This shield that he holds is a flat Earth model. Here we have the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, depicted in a flat Earth. Here we have a flat Earth model with the Great Beyond, the Plus Ultra, the territories beyond the Antarctic Ring. I myself am not a flat earther per se, but I know the symbology when I see it. It's pretty clear and obvious. And what happens if you go off the edge of the flat earth? You fall off a cliff, much like our Fool is depicted stepping off of the cliff. So another significant layer to this is the red, the blue, and the white, indicating the red, white, and blue, the American colors. And even further, we recall from the description that the Fool signifies Uranus. And wouldn't you know, after Captain America defeated himself in a hand-to-hand combat, he took a real good look at his own ass and became the butt of his own joke. Uranus. I hope that is compelling enough. And I will be going through each card, indicating 22 times that the entirety of the Avengers series is laid out pretty plain and obvious, if you know what you're looking at, as symbols of the major arcana. Thanks for coming through, everyone. Much love.